Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to Totally Dacob. Today we're going to be reviewing Chucky Season 2, Episode 7, entitled Goin to the Chapel. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. If you're on my main channel, join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday, and you're all welcome to join me on my main channel for the live chats, and then I'm from the videos that they can post it here and on my other channels. Let's talk about Chucky. Spoilers. This video is being filmed live, by the way. So I got my co-chatters in the chats that I'm reading. Spoiler alert, we're going to be spoiling episode 7 and everything thus far. So episode 7 actually feels like it's the end of the season. It does feel like there's a cliffhanger. Nika wants to shoot Tiffany, but Glen jumps in front of Tiffany to protect their mom, and Nika shoots Glen. Nika is terrified and mortified that she shot Glen, but then Glenda and Tiffany drag Glen into the car and, just rush off into the night while Nika is shocked, and that's kind of the end. And that is very much a cliffhanger for the end of a season and to kind of tease us for a possible third season. As of now, the show has not been renewed for a third season. I haven't checked today, but as of yesterday, last time I checked, there was no official announcement for a renewal for season 3. We are one episode away from the end of season 2. I've seen the teaser for episode 8, the last final episode of season 2, and it's going to be a Christmas episode, so hooray. Me and Christmas, not a fan. But I guess because, this year Chucky started on Halloween and, went all the way into late November, it kind of makes sense to give it a Christmas special, I guess. So it's probably going to be like 1 year later or something. I don't know how much time has passed since the last episode, since episode 7. So we're going to get like a little sneaky moment into the future, and it seems to be Christmas. And Chucky appears. We thought Chucky was dead at this point, but no. Chucky drops out of the chimney with a Santa Claus hat on. Is it just a dream by one of the kids that are still fantasizing about him and are still traumatized about him? Is it a red herring moment that the trailer is showing us for the next episode? Or is Chucky really alive and is he really going to come down the chimney? We'll go. Chucky, you tell us. He's like, eh. So there's that. I would be really sad if Glen died. I don't think Glen is dead, though. I don't think Glenda would live without Glen. Glen and Glenda are the same soul fractured in two bodies. Like, that's how I feel. But anyway, who knows? And maybe they put... Oh, so this is what probably would happen. So as Glen was dying, they transferred Glen's soul into the Glenda doll. So maybe now Glen is in the doll, and Glenda is in a human. I think maybe this is what happened. Or Tiffany took both Glen and Glenda soul and put both of them into the Glen/Glenda doll. So there's no more human, there's just the doll. Maybe there's that. But then why write off the actor for next season? Then then the actor would be dead. So they would only have the doll, and they would have to then hire a different... I don't know. Could be both, Madame says he will be transferred into the doll. Yeah. So Debbie says, I laughed my ass off this episode. Madame says, yes, Glen was shot, and Glenda's first thought was, let's get out of here. What the hell? Well, because they had to end the episode, and they wanted to make it like a moment where if you don't see a character die on camera, they're not dead. Now, having said all that, I'm not so sure I liked this episode. Now, listen, Hannibal the Cannibal moment. This was such a moment when when they tied up Chucky, like Silence of the Lambs. Um, this gave me like all the movie references that Don Mancini does in every single episode, and all the different Chucky variations he gives us in every single episode. It's all awesome, it's all great, good and fine. But there comes a time at a certain point where I just go, okay, this is risking to become a little bit too gimmicky now. I need a little bit more substance. I need depth. Now, Father Bryce, what was his name? Father, Devon Sawa. Like, the father's confession saying that he's gay and that always made him feel terrible about himself. But like, he's saying he's gay, but he didn't say it out loud, was awesome. What a moment. Loved that for him. Loved the character arch for him. Loved how he exploded when he couldn't hold Chucky's body within him and he burst, and then his head just like kind of landed somewhere. That was a moment. That was a moment. But I don't know, you guys. It just feels a little too. And I'm all for the comedy, and I love my Seed of Chucky. That's my favorite from the franchise. But yeah, he did done burst, right? Yeah, it hit a bunch of horror flicks, says Debbie. Madame says the movie references are good, but sometimes heavy handed and too many on the nose. But it was not awesome that, as always, the gay characters are the ones getting killed. Except the two main gay characters are not killed. They're still alive. Jake and Devin, they're both still alive. So there's that. Now, whatever that means. I mean, Tiffany's also bisexual because she's into Jennifer and into Chucky. But interesting. Oh, no, she's into Nika, but not into Jennifer. Okay, speaking of Jennifer Tilly, like, what the hell? They killed Jennifer. They killed Jennifer. Jennifer Tilly is in the Tiffany doll. And the Tiffany doll literally gets hit by a truck and explodes as well. And I'm like, so there's no more saving Jennifer Tilly. There's no more saving her. She's gone. Now we only have Tiffany in the body of Jennifer Tilly. So bizarre. Now Nadine coming back as a ghost in a little disco flashy LED lit up outfit. I don't know. There's something I'm not getting. Kind of ever since episode 4, and I loved episode 4. Ever since episode 4, like 5 and 6, since I don't know, it's been a little bit weird. Yeah, no, Tiffany. No, they killed Jennifer. Madame says, I hate that they killed Tiffany. They killed Jennifer and got over her like nothing happened. Yeah. Yeah, they got over Jennifer Tilly dying like nothing happened. Yeah. Jake's face this episode, as always, in that exorcism no bueno. Yeah. He does this. I can't even mimic. It's so hard to mimic that face. It's so bizarre. Why does he keep doing that? Devin, the good actor from the couple. Oh, Devin, definite. Devin delivers acting for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, Michael G. I don't like that Jennifer Tilly doll died. I don't like that either. Like, why would they kill off Jennifer Tilly? I like their friend died, and like their friend died and priest and just move on. Yeah, it was very much, and also I repeat, Andy being tied up to a bunk bed, to a foldable bed, eaten alive for an entire year, is just walking around like nothing happened. Like, no, just, I don't know. It's a pity. I wanted a little bit more psychology. Listen, and I'm saying this not because I'm disliking this episode or something. I'm going to get back to the episode, but let me just rewind back to season 1. Why I loved season 1 and still love season 1 so much is because it also had serious depth. It wasn't just a joke. And this feels like a joke to me at this point. Um, In season one, there was the sense of danger. There was that mystery. There was that sense of, coming of age, of teenagers falling in love, discovering themselves. There was a beautiful construction of all of them in the high school and how they interacted with each other. Now that they've been moved into this season two scenario in the reform school, again, it's another school. They're going to school. They're actually living inside the school. So they could have done so much more in terms of coming of age, drama, and so. But I have the feeling like the characters had absolutely no development whatsoever. They are exactly where they like in this seventh episode. All the kids are exactly where they were in the first episode. Like nothing changed. There's absolutely no character development arch happening. While on the other hand, in season one, there was a huge arch. Huge. You know, Jake coming out, letting Devin know. Devin already knew. And then Devin also say, I'm also gay. And then they like get together. Lexi being the enemy, but then becoming friends. So beautifully written. Season one is incredible. Season two is kind of like everything froze. Everything stopped for the sake of a joke. For the sake of a very, very macabre joke. Because, I mean, Chucky eating Andy's flesh is not funny. Like, it went a bit too far for me. But and it's just like this season, like, so okay, if we're gonna make the season about the meta, like Chucky has his TV show. In the TV series, there's a TV show, right? And Chucky talks to the audience. He breaks the fourth wall. He's looking straight at us while he's talking. Like, that's all amazing. I love that stuff. But then just keep it like that. Then keep the whole season like that. But don't try to show us depth, but it doesn't really deliver. I don't know. Am I wrong here? Andy's running around. Yeah, Debbie. Andy's running like nothing ever happened to him. Like half of his leg is eaten up. And also, if you've been laying tied up in a bed for a year, like your muscles are atrophy. You can't move. You need a wheelchair. I mean, especially if you got like half of your leg eaten up. Like what the hell? And Chucky's virgin joke to the couple. Yeah. Where were all the other kids while this went down? Exactly. There's no more kids in the school. Well, they were, because Father Bryce, whatever his name is, he locked them up. Everybody had to, like, they're still, I think, locked up in their rooms. He told everybody, lock yourselves in your rooms. I think they're all still locked up in their rooms. That's the logic that Don Mancini probably had. Like, he's like, yeah, in the last episode, he locked them all up in their rooms. So they're still all in their rooms, and now he's, like, dealing with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but. So, and not over liking. Okay, so Jake's face this episode is always exorcism no bueno. I hated that they killed Tiffany and got over her like nothing happened. Yeah, Andy's running around. Madame says, love their flashback to the movie of the kids because they, as adults, are not good actors. The flashback to the movie of the kids. What do you mean? Catholic hell, says Debbie. It messed with Jake. Madame says, and the makeup artist was not it. And the Andy's beard was so fake. Jake's face scar was also so fake. Yeah. Where were all the other kids? So, and Chucky's. So, oh, geez, okay. Andy getting his retribution was everything, though. Oh, and that's another moment. So, Andy, like. So, they went through through such a traumatic moment together with the whole exorcism, right? And then he just leaves. He's like, all right, job's done here. Let's go. Oh, you dyed your hair brown to the other chick. I'm like, ha ha ha, let's do a little joke now that the trouble is past and let's just leave. Like, it's like none of them bonded. It's like none of them have any sort of connection with each other except for Chucky. Like when Chucky died, their connection died as well. Andy, they flashed back to Andy and his sister getting out of the factory. Oh, yeah. Of course, the flashback from Chucky 2, the movie. So, I watch that movie often. So for me, it's like not I didn't It's not like they showed us some cut out footage from the movie that now for the first time they're showing us in this TV show. That would have been awesome. Like some never before released footage, but they're showing us something that we already know. I don't know. It's like, why are you showing us this? That means that it's over. That means that this story arc is over. Like these characters are over. It's over. Um, there's like closure in a weird way. Although the closure that they're having to me is like not really closure. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, the shrink is still out and about. The shrink left in the last episode, or no, in this episode. Actually, the shrink. Sorry, she was already in here in this shrink. She was in the seventh episode as well. Shrink has Chucky and her driving with her driving away. They showed that. Yeah, yes. So she has Chucky. She drives away. The shrink drives away with Chucky. They didn't go after the shrink and don't mention her after. I died with the pea soup, says Debbie. They, y'all. They didn't go after the shrink. But again, I think like that was just out of necessity. Like, yeah, we need the shrink to run away with Chucky. Because we need Chucky to survive. We need this Chucky to be back. And that Chucky's going to be back in episode 8. And I'm like, okay, but the logic doesn't make sense. So you just want Chucky to survive, but plot it in properly, like make it make sense. Why isn't anybody running after her? And exactly, where are all the kids? Even like they're all locked up in their rooms while they're like exercising everybody, the doll downstairs, and nobody's mourning the death of anybody. It's very abstract. And as I said before, I'm fine with it being abstract. I'm fine with it being funny. I'm fine with it losing all logic. But then make it all about that. Season 1 had a delicate poetry to it, which is really, really refined and beautiful. Season 2 was trashy, but not funny enough. I don't know. It's a pity. It's a pity. I mean, I'm still begging Ferret that they have season 3. I wish that there is a season 3. Um, but like, yeah, these last 3 episodes were not it for me. Yes, but was so okay. So wait, driving away. They showed that. Yeah, yeah. Shrink has Chucky in her car driving away. They showed that. Madame says yes, but was so stupid. The writing, the Chucky and the Shrink were in the corridor, and all of the characters were there and stood as one person shot Chucky. Michael says, Dacob, I had a dream that Chucky was after me last night, which is weird because I thought that I got over my fear of him. He was so scary to me back when I was a child. Oh, don't worry about it, Michael. He's not going to do nothing. He's a good guy. He's a good guy now. Madame says, come on, all. The others run after the shrink. I'm okay with it and just let all reason fall away. Debbie, I think that's kind of the best approach is just to let it go. Just to let it go and enjoy it for whatever it is, right? Like these beautiful scenes. I mean, the dolls, the puppetry, the puppeteering is amazing. Uh, Devon Sawa's head, like kind of on the floor with the open mouth, is amazing. Um, Chucky getting the mouth busted and like just being open mouth with missing the under jawline, amazing. Even Nadine coming back as a weird angel, also like amazing per se. The look of it. I mean, the look of it, kind of. I don't know, but sure, you let go of all of that, but like, why is there no character development for the major 3 kids who are also the core characters? Jake, Devin, and Lexi. It's like we're exactly in the 7th episode where we were in the first. And that's not cool with me. I don't know. I would have wished that subplot to work better and like the sub because they've become the subplot now. They're not the main plot anymore. Not in season 2 at least. You know, it's a show. That's all, says Debbie. Well, anyway, you guys, what can I tell you? I'm really looking forward to the final episode. even though this one, and listen, and I've been like checking out some, reviews online. People are loving it. They're saying this was an amazing, like just when you thought that the last episode couldn't get any better, then this episode got even better. I'm out of touch. I'm out of touch with something. I'm out of tune. I'm unsynced about something. Something here, like what am I not getting? And I love my Chucky to bits. But Michael G says, I love the movies and TV shows now, so I don't know why that happened. Who knows? Maybe something else was connected, like to Chucky in your dream that made your fears look like Chucky, even though, you know what I mean? In that moment. Too many Chuckies to write for, lol. Madame says, the development for them was Jake believed good Chucky and fought Devin over it. And then Jake realized Devin was right and they make up. You know what I mean? But also, what was Lexi's development? She was depressed teenager, addicted, and that's what she is right now still. One sentence development for the character, says Madame. Yeah, insane. Same Dacob. Out of touch is the perfect way of saying it, says Brockstar. Anyway, you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, let's hope the next episode it's gonna play in the future, right? Like maybe a year or some months have passed from the last episode. I guess that's the idea. And I hope that there's going to be some sort of weird plot twist that's going to kind of ease us into a cliffhanger for season 3. That's all I'm hoping for at this point, because like season 2 for me is like, okay, it's going to be that kind of season 2 type of vibe that a lot of shows have in their season 2 moments. Listen, I found American Horror Story season 2 Asylum painful to watch, like dreadful. Hated it, really. It was just too much torture. It was too brutal. But then season 3 was amazing. Season 3 was everything and then some. The Coven. But so season 2 in many shows usually has this issue of kind of trying to find its ground, where the show is kind of, where's it going to go? In which direction? Like, where is it going to sedimentate itself? Like, season 2 is usually trying to maybe do something slightly opposite from season 1 just to see if some change is needed. And then by season 3, it has its ground. It's found its pace. So let's hope that this is the case for Chucky as well. Listen, from the beginning all the way through episode 4 or 5-ish, awesome. Then I lost them a little bit. So yeah. It was all about the many Chuckies, says Debbie. But they could have made it better then. I don't know. Madame says, none that was it, Dacob. They believe character is a couple's fight. Oh, they believe character development is a couple's fight, but they didn't even fight. They were not even talking. Like, I was missing any moment of tenderness with them, or also having a normal fight, but not the way that they wrote their fights. It was just, anyway. Oh, your doll scared you, Raggedy Ann, Tina? Gee. Raggedy Ann can be scary though, because like, I mean, the face and the little square eyeball is like, it's weird. Raggedy Ann can be scary, scarier than Chucky. Chucky doesn't scare. Raggedy Ann is creepy. Raggedy Ann has a creepy vibe about. Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you all next week or the week after. That, well, depends, because, I have difficulties with live streaming next week because I'm off to the premiere of my movie, Art Lovers Unite. Off to Europe, Barcelona, for the premiere of my movie with Vivienne Westwood, Art Lovers Unite, at the Dart Film Festival, which is going to take place next Saturday, so I won't be able to shoot the live stream next Saturday, but I'll catch you all as soon as I can. And until next time, thoughts down below, and never forget to never give up on love. Chucky and I say bye-bye. Bye.